another beautiful morning right here in the studios of Oluyole 98.5 FM. You're ready on Sport Tidbit, rinking through and through a Monday morning. And of course, we are right here with Mandema. We're ready to serve you all the best of the details coming from the ever exciting with the sports. You talk about football. Well, basketball also in there. And there's so many things actually to talk about from the round of games that we saw today. Also speaking about it, well, Formula 1 is Max Verstappen again. Number 9 is the number. There is a crazy run-up. Yes, Max Verstappen might just have won the championship for himself 4th time in a row, but there is something up for grabs right there for two different teams, and we'll be delving into that right here this beautiful morning. I am Victor Opene, the master chef they call me, and of course it is a wonderful time right here to actually serve you all the best of the stories and the updates that we have right here on the lockdown for you. We're talking about the NPFL. Yes, beautiful tales coming from Nigeria's elite league. Oh, come on, look at how beautiful the story has been right there for so many of those clubs. Ikorodu City, well, at the beginning of the season, well, of course, they were actually having issues. And now, Bright left, and that was a turnaround for them. Bright to Zegbagbe, the man who brought them into the NPFL, he left. And now, they are told. You talk about turning off the tide and how interesting things have been. And a lot of people also looking at Aqua United. Some people are calling for the Gaffer Babaganaru to be sacked. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's talk about it. As match day 15 came through on Saturday, Bendel Insurance they replayed right there at the Sabalugbe Mudia Stadium against Plateau United. And Bendel Insurance won by 2-1. A beautiful fixture. Monday Odige had actually also left, and after his resignation, they've actually conjured a couple of wins. You talk about the departure of some managers and what is happening with their teams. Lobi Stars, they got a 1-0 victory at home against Kwara United. Interesting story that. Look at how the game went. And of course on Sunday, the first thing we saw was a draw. Academy Warriors right at home against Bayelsa United, and they could not conjure magic. Well, for Niger Tornadoes, they did some magic, defeating Almighty Remo Stars by 2-1. And of course, Ikorodu City, I told you about them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-1 against Aqua United, and it could have been more. It really could have been more, but then of course the guy said, okay, calma, let's not do this. Athland, they actually did their own job, winning by 3-2. There's a 5-goal trader right there in Owerri. And of course Nasarawa United were the victims of that casualty, and of course it happened so that Katsina United won 1-0 against Sunshine Stars. The same margin by which Rivers United defeated Kano Pillars, with Ahmed Musa leading the lines, and of course having the captain band on his arm. And there were quite crazy scenes right at the end of that game with the Adokia Miss Marcus Stadium, where Rivers United, they got the fortuitous win. Of course, Okonu with a fine pie driver, and of course Kano Pillars right at the end of the game, while they were smarting from the loss. France trucked the pitch all in a bit to catch a beat of Ahmed Musa, the governor. The governor love, a lot of moments right there in that particular encounter. You would say the fans actually do love their internationals. Well, right here in the city of Ibadan, at the Lagos Salami Sports Complex in Adamasinga, watch live as Shooting Stars defeated Habia Warriors by 2-0. 2 festive goals were enough for Shooting Stars to gain the victory, get maximum 3 points, and of course to provide some respite to what happened over the course of the week. That game against Remo Stars. Well, they returned the favor, and now you're looking at them and what they have done. Okay, let's look at it. Shooting Stars actually started the game, and as early as the 3rd minute, they actually almost got themselves a goal. Oh well, of course, Samuel Ayoride quick to pass on the ball over the top from Tijani Kabir after Arabia Warriors players had actually misconstrued their movement and of course dropped misplaced the pass. Well, of course, he latched onto that, made the move, and while it was ongoing, the keeper has stepped off his line, and Ayoride, he chipped one over the goalkeeper. But then, of course, you talk about the ball hitting the crossbar. That was the savior for Abia Warriors. But then, Shooting Stars kept on piling the pressure, kept on delving in, and of course kept on pushing it. And of course their persistence bore fruit right there in the 38th minute when we saw that penalty, yes, taken by Anthony Okachi, their very first penalty of the season, their first penalty goal of the season, and that's back-to-back goals at the Lagos Salami Sports Complex for Anthony Okachi. They ring it loud and clear across the stadium. They say Tonero. That's the nickname for Tony. They call him the baseballer, Tonero. And of course, Shooting Stars got a fine victory for themselves right there in that piece of encounter. And it was quite something looking at how those guys actually wanted to get the job done. That's how it is, rather talking about that fixture. And of course, a lot of people actually enjoying what they have seen right there from the league. Exciting moment, I tell you. Exciting moments. And of course, a lot of people actually looking at what the boys have been serving and what could come, in the coming days. And of course, we are still talking about the NPFL, where we'll be watching for a game on Tuesday. A fixture between the Yinba and Rangers International. That's how it is right there on that line. And I know many people want to know what the table looks like. Remember, before this fixture, Shooting Stars were actually in 11th position. And I have to tell you, yes, at first they started in 10th, but then they moved to 11th after some early fixtures of the day. And Abia Warriors, they actually toggled between 11th, 12th and 13th before the start of the game, but at the ending of the game they dropped further forward, not downwards, that's the word. Anyways, let's talk about it. Rivers United are top of the table, 15 matches played. They rose back with 29 points to their name now. It's 26 points for Remo Stars after 15 matches, 15 for Ikorodu, who have 24 points. And of course, we talk about what they have done. Now they might just get to consolidate the victory and of course get on marching on. Rangers, they are right there, and of course it's not been an easy task defending the title that they won last time out. Well, of course, they have 23 points to their name, the same number of points that 5th place Kanemi Warriors have. Remember, Kanemi were 3rd before this match day. And of course, looking at this round of fixtures, Shooting Stars are now right behind Kanemi Warriors. They are now 6th on the log. That's what it is. That's how it is. And I know that a lot of people are wondering, how did this happen? Well, that's the beauty of the table. A reminder that Shooting Stars are now 8 points off the top of the table. Yes, 8 points after 15 matches off the top of the table. For context, if you look at the third place team, which will be the Continental slot, Shooting Stars are just 3 points off. United Andros are also right behind them. Shooting Stars have a 0 goal difference. Yes, they have returned the deficit with that victory yesterday. And of course, a lot of people will be watching out for what happens in the next round of fixtures. Remember, they were playing against Sunshine Stars at Itijabudi, pardon. And of course, United Tornadoes are now 7th with 21 points. 20 for Yinba, who have played 12 matches. And they will be playing right there on Tuesday. Well, of course, Aquara United are right behind with 9 sports with 20 points to their name. The same for Athland, who are now in 10 sports. They have risen actually. Caterpillars 14 matches played, 19 points to their name. 19 also for 12th place Katsina United. Bayelsa actually remain in their sports 13th with 18 points after the game that they actually played. Abia Warriors, I told you they dropped to 14th with 18 points, 17 points for 15th place. Sunshine Stars after 14 matches. Lobby Stars are right there. Of course, they will be hoping that they get something on for themselves. And looking at it, well, the bottom 4, Plateau United, by Bendel Insurance, Aqua United and Nasarawa United. Well, one thing in common, all of them have 15 points after 15 matches. We go on a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll delve deeper into the stories that we have right here in the Sport Desk.
Please listen to this important social announcement. Sweet is the memory of the righteous. It is exactly 48 years today, 2nd December 2024, that our beloved, lovely father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, Pa, Engineer Samuel Olashukbo Olubode, left this sinful world to the eternal. The life you spent with us could never be forgotten because of your kindness and the way of God you trained us. Power Engineer Samuel Olashupo Olubode, continue to sleep on the bosom of our Lord Jesus Christ till we meet to part no more. The vacuum you left could not be filled by anyone, because you remain the best dad in the whole world to us. Fondly remembered today by all your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and entire Olubode family. May your gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. Announcer, Engineer Ajobami Olubode, BCOS, for the entire family.
Ìlú Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ yóò mì tìtì, yóò lóyin, yóò tún ládùn. Àjọ̀dún Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Cradle Carnival. Kí ni wọ́n ń sọ níbẹ̀ yẹn náà?
Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Cradle Carnival ní.
Láwọn yẹn ń kọ́.
Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Cradle Carnival ní.
Lórúkọ ọba wa aláyélúwà kábíyèsí ọba Ghandi Afọlábí Ọláoyè òun mọ gẹ́gẹ́ kẹta Ṣọ̀ún ti gbogbo ilẹ̀ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́.
Kábíyèsí o.
Ó ní ìgbìmọ̀ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Cradle Carnival ń pe gbogbo ọmọ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ nílé àti nídàálẹ̀ pé kí gbogbo wa ká wálé kájọ wá ṣègbélárugẹ ìlú wa nípa ti àṣà àti ìṣe wa pẹ̀lú ìmúgbòòrò ọrọ̀ ajé ìlú Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Cradle Carnival yóò gbìnàyà lọ́jọ́ kọkàndínlógún sí ọjọ́ kẹtàlélógún oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2024 yìí. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Cradle Carnival 2024 yóò ṣàfihàn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ eré ìbílẹ̀ bíi ijó eégún ọlọ́kan òjọ̀kan, àrí ọdẹ, eré oníṣe, kódà àwọn oúnjẹ ìbílẹ̀ wo ní gbẹ̀yìn ọ̀lẹ́ baálẹ̀, àmàlà tó ń ti gbé eré ìdárayá lóríṣiríṣi tó ń tìlù tìfọn láti fi ṣe ayẹyẹ tọdún yìí. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Cradle Carnival 2024 yóò ti lọ dùn jù, èmi ò ní gbẹ̀yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ o, ìwọ ń kọ́.
Ẹ̀yin èèyàn ìlú Ìbàdàn àti agbègbè rẹ̀ á tún ti gbédè o. MHH Christmas Trade Fair àràmọ̀ǹdà pàtẹ ọjà ní gbàgede ìpàtẹ ọjà ní ẹ̀kẹ́dẹ̀ BCOS Báṣọ̀run Ìbàdàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ kẹfà oṣù kejìlá ọdún yìí títí di ọjọ́ kẹjọ 6 to 8 December 2024 láago mẹ́sàn-án òwúrọ̀ títí di aago mẹ́fà ìrọ̀lẹ́ ojoojúmọ́. Lára àwọn nǹkan tá a máa bá pàdé ni aṣọ lónìrànràn, àwọn nǹkan aṣaralóge tá a fi ń ṣẹ̀ṣọ́, àwọn ohun ìṣeré ọmọdé, àwọn nǹkan èrè oko, oúnjẹ jíjẹ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Náà máa bá pàdé lẹ́dínwó rẹpẹtẹ. Ẹ̀rọ agbọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ lówó ìwọlé, ẹ̀bùn sì wà fáwọn tó bá tètè dé láti fi ṣèfàjẹ níbi ìpàtẹ ọjà MHH Christmas Trade Fair. Fáláyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ lè pè 08033950080. Àsìkò àti kófò ọdún rèé fún wọn náà, ẹ má ṣàlàyé wá o.
Thank you very much for staying tuned right here on the 98.5 FM Sports It Beats steering and true and true. Well, of course, we are right here enjoying ourselves on the show, and of course, talking about everything that happened yesterday. Well, of course, there was that moment where a lot of hearts actually did stop because they were scared. Well, in Italy, Fiorentina actually had a player on the pitch, Eduardo Bove, and of course, well, something happened. He was taken off the pitch in an ambulance after he collapsed during the match against Inter Milan, but the report is that he is breathing on his own now and he has regained consciousness. Well, the game was abandoned, and of course he will be evaluated right there. It was quite something, actually, looking at the response of people quickly on the pitch to ensure that no life was actually lost. And of course, a lot of people looking at that game and how it was going. Well, of course, a reminder that that game we'll see what the authorities say, but it was abandoned. And today in the Serie A, we have Roma playing against Atalanta, at 8:45. But then talking about the round of fixtures that we saw, let's go through it. It's Italian gelato on my lips right about now. We're starting from Friday. Cagliari 1-0 victory over Hellas Verona. For Como, it was a 1-1 draw with Monza on Saturday. Milan defeated Empoli by 3-0. The same scoreline by which Bologna defeated Venezia. And of course, you talk about it. We saw Udinese getting beaten at home by Genoa 2-0. Lazio suffered a defeat away from home by Parma 3-1. And Napoli, yes, back-to-back wins on the bounce. Right there, we are talking about Napoli getting the job done against Torino. For Lecce, they actually held Juventus to a 1-0 1-1 draw, and it was incredible actually looking at that. And look at the table, it's Napoli right there at the top, 32 points to their name. Atalanta in second spot, 28, and of course Inter Milan with 28 points, Fiorentina with 28 points, and fifth place Lazio with 28 points. 26 for sixth place Juventus, and for Milan, if you're asking about them, they are with 22 points in seventh spot, 21 for eighth place Bologna. Now you talk about the bottom of the table, it's Como with 11, Monza with 10, and Venezia at the rock bottom with 8 after 14 matches. Well, of course, over to Germany, where we saw Pauli actually get a 3-1 victory over Olsen-Kiel, and of course Augsburg defeating Bochum by a goal to nothing. Freiburg 3-1 against Borussia Mönchengladbach, and of course RB Leipzig were walloped, trounced, beaten right at their own home by Wolfsburg. Well, of course, we're talking about it. Bayer Leverkusen, they defeated Union Berlin by 2-1. It was a 2-1 draw between Werder Bremen and Stuttgart. Dortmund also played out a draw with Bayern Munich. It was a 1-0 draw in the Der Klassiker. Mainz 05, they had a 2-0 victory over Hoffenheim yesterday. 4-0. Yes, Frankfurt got the job done against FC Heidenheim. And of course, at the top of the table is Bayern Munich. Right behind them, well, you won't believe it, is Frankfurt with 26 points, just 4 points off Bayern Munich. 23 for third place Leverkusen. Leipzig with 21, Dortmund with 20, Freiburg with 20. That's number 1 to 6. And of course, we're talking about the bottom 3, 16, 17, 18. Heidenheim with 10, Olsen-Kiel with 5, Bochum with 2. That's how it is. Well, let's talk about the French Ligue 1, where we have Reims who are defeated Bâle by 2-0. Rennes defeated Saint-Étienne by 5-0. Stade Brestois, Brest defeated Strasbourg by 3-1. Paris Saint-Germain a 1-0 draw with Nantes. Montpellier 2-0 with Lille. Le Havre suffered a 0-1 defeat at the hands of Angers, and Lyon defeated Nice by 4-1. For Toulouse, they actually got a 2-0 victory over Auxerre, and of course Marseille defeated Monaco by 2-1. Paris Saint-Germain still at the top of the table with 33 points, 26 for Marseille, 26 for Monaco, 23 for Lille. In fifth place is Lyon with 22 and 20 for Nice. While you look at the bottom of the table, is Le Havre with 12, Nantes with 11, Montpellier with 8. And of course, while talking about this round of results, it would not make any sense if you're not talking about the La Liga, where Barcelona are presently top with 34 points. I'll tell you the tale. 14 matches played for Real Madrid as against Barcelona's 15. Real Madrid have 33 points to their name. Atletico Madrid are with 32 at the back of them. 15 games played. 15 also for Athletic Bilbao, who have 26 points and are in fourth spot. Villarreal actually have 26 points also, but they have played a game less and they are in fifth spot. Mallorca are in 6th spot with 24 points. You talk about the bottom 3, it's Espanyol with 13, Valencia with 10, and Real Valladolid with 9. Well, let's talk about the games that went down. Mallorca defeated Valencia by 2-1, and Barcelona were defeated on the 125th anniversary by 2-1 against La Palmas. For Deportivo Alaves, it was a 1-0 draw with Leganés. Espanyol 3-1 with Celta Vigo. Real Valladolid, they were trying to trounced by Atletico de Madrid by 5-0. Sunday came, it was Villarreal 2, Girona 2, Real Madrid 2, Getafe 0. Vallecano suffered a 1-2 loss to Athletic Bilbao. Real Betis were defeated by Real Sociedad by 2-0. That's how the games went down. And of course, you talk about the Premier League. Well, of course, the Bees did balls against the Foxes. Brentford defeating Leicester City by 4-1 as Ruud van Nistelrooy washed on after just being appointed. You talk about the boys rolling on. Crystal Palace at the Sellers Park, it was a 1-0 draw with Newcastle United. Nottingham Forest welcomed the Ipswich Town to the City Ground, and it was a 1-0 victory for Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth, yes, they put the cherry on it right there for the Wolves at the Molineux. They were fortunate to get a 4-2 victory. A trio of penalties. Yes, an hat-trick of penalties for Justin Kluivert. And of course, that is the first hat-trick you would say scored, of penalties right there. And of course, talking about it, West Ham, they were at the London Stadium and they were defeated in the London Derby 2-5. It ended in favor of the Gunners. Arsenal roundly watching on with that one. The guns blazing, and Chelsea, the Blues, were able to sing the blues with the final rhythm. The 3-0 victory over Aston Villa. For Manchester United, Ruben Stein and Maureen Paul, 4-0. Everton suffered right at the Old Trafford. It was a 1-1 draw between Tottenham Hotspur and Fulham, while Liverpool magical Liverpool, they slotted 2 unreplied goals, beg your pardon, against Manchester City. And you ask the question, what's up, Pep Guardiola? Well, at the end of it all, guess what? Pep Guardiola actually raised his hands up when he was hearing the chant from the stands, from the boys in the stands. Yes, he heard "You will be sacked in the morning." Well, it's a song that is usually sung by so many fans whenever they are playing against an opposition who is having a bad run. And of course, you talk about the number of games that have gone by, you talk about Manchester City suffering, and Pep Guardiola, a lot of people are asking the question, come on, this man is losing it. Well, I don't know what about it, but okay, let's talk about it. Liverpool is top of the table, 34 points, 25 to Arsenal. 9 points the difference. Chelsea with 25 also, and of course Brighton, beautiful, right there in fourth with 23 points. Manchester City with 23 points in fifth spot. When you talk about the bottom half of the table, well, of course, Wolves are there in 18th spot with 9 points. 9 also for Ipswich and 5 for bottom place Southampton. That's how it is right there, talking about this round of fixtures. But just to let you know, in the world of Formula 1, well, of course, just 44 points remain, and we have a fine battle right there between two teams, and of course 619 points to 640 points, 26 points right there at the Qatar Grand Prix, 1 for one of them, 17-1 for the other. And you say it's simply lovely actually looking at this battle between these guys in the world of Formula 1 as we actually watch for the fight between McLaren and Ferrari going down to the final round of the season in Abu Dhabi. 21 points separating them, 44 are still very much available. And of course, talking about it, let's delve into some of the things that we saw in the NBA as we wrap up. Well, of course, the roundup as the Cavaliers getting their revenge win against Celtics when Bayama, well, a fine triple-double. Let's talk about it quickly as we wrap up. Donovan Mitchell scored 35 points as the Cleveland Cavaliers avenged a 115 to 111 victory over Boston Celtics in a matchup of the NBA's top teams. And of course, it was quite something looking at their response. Well, of course, it was quite incredible looking at the run-off battles. Houston Rockets also got something against the Thunder. And of course, the Houston Rockets actually enjoyed their show right there. Well, of course, around the league, Victor Wembanyama, he had a triple-double, 34 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists to his name. And of course, it was quite something as the San Antonio Spurs went on to 127 to 125 victory at Sacramento. And of course, at Salt Lake City, Anthony Davis actually had 30 points and 11 rebounds. LeBron James adding 27 and 14 assists to lead the LA Lakers to a 105 to 104 triumph over Utah Jazz. That's as much as we can take this very beautiful morning right here on Sports Tidbits, a Monday edition. I am Victor Pene. Do enjoy the best of your Monday and a wonderful week.
rédíò tí ó láfiwé Olúyọ̀lé FM àwa ni bàbá.
Ojúmọ́ bá ti mọ́ ọ̀yẹ́ máa ń la oòrùn, ọ̀yẹ́ tó la lómi o, ọ̀yẹ́ ire ni. Ẹ̀kú ojúmọ́ lọ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí o, ojúmọ́ aláyọ̀ èmi o. Ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ màlá tó ti gbé dé. Ẹlẹ́tí ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà. Ìròyìn kárí ayé màlẹ́lẹ́yìn